place. She was somehow offended, and she said, "It's on sale for 100,000 if you want to buy it." So I was like, I didn't say anything. I just okay. I didn't know. I told your mom already, and she told me to come. I thought you were the landlord, otherwise I wouldn't have come. So yeah, so that was that, and they did
Okay,
not give.
let's back up. How did you find this location to begin with?
I was driving. I was driving everywhere. Like I found a couple of locations before, but I couldn't find the landlord information. So you told me to move on. I did, and then I found this one. This is in a worse condition than the other one, and this one actually has more parking. There's like a McDonald's in the front, Dunkin' Donuts next to it. There's a lot going on here. So, and then this is like super old. So I thought, okay, I didn't know about all this. And when I went there, that's when the lady, after she met me, she said, okay, my husband died and everything. The same day that I met the daughter. I thought I was being nice, and she told me all that. And then the daughter said that it's for sale and everything. I said, no, sorry.
The widow and the daughter are the widow is the operator's wife. Obviously, it's her business. But let's back up.
Kids come take care of it. They lock it up every day and everything.
Of course, they're clueless. They don't know how to run a laundromat. Maybe the husband had some inkling of how to run it, but he probably fixed all of the equipment as well. Yeah. It's got very, very old equipment.
He ran it for 35 years.
Sure.
So he ran it for 35 years, and then they wanted to retire. They actually wanted to sell it. I guess, I don't know if it was ever put up for sale. I don't have that information. So, yeah, it has like 32
Wait a minute. You're saying that you found it for sale for $1 in 2021?
No. There was a property, public records, like it was sold for $1 from Cosimo Barberio to Cosimo Barberio. So I was like, what the hell is that?
That's the dead guy.
Yes. The senior and the junior. The senior sold to junior. I realized it after I saw the obituary. And yeah, it's two guys. And then I thought, okay, if these guys are the sons, I can find them on Facebook. And then finally I found the information, and then I was like super excited. And then that guy confirmed when I met him.
All right. Don't be super excited, first of all. This is all fairly meaningless. So you called who? You called the widow, and she said, come on down and let's talk about leasing you this space.
Mm-hmm.
But she lied. She can't lease you the space because she's not the landlord.
Oh, she lied. Yeah, she lied. She actually thought that after I came, she would sell me the place.
How much is it?
$100,000.
That's a nice round figure. Did you even spit out the words? Did you have me on your shoulder like a little Satan doll and saying, where'd you arrive at that price?
That was a joke, but I was like trying to gather as much information. So I was trying to be patient, trying to listen. Even though she was being rude, I was like, okay.
Why was she being rude? What do you mean? Why was she being rude?
The daughter. As soon as
how old's the daughter?
The daughter is like 35, I think. The mom told the daughter, okay, somebody's coming to see the place. They're interested. The mom lied to me. The mom lied to the daughter too.
Ooh. But the daughter's the shark here. She's the one that's been brought in order to get everybody whipped up and do all the smart work. And that's fine. You realize all of this is moot. None of this matters. None of these people are going to give you their store. I don't care how horrific a laundromat is or how many years it's been run by this poor gentleman. The laundromat killed the guy. And he's been running it for 35 years. I'll bet the operating hours, last wash at 8 o'clock at night every day?
One day I went there, they closed up at 10.
Okay. So this dude has to be in there in order to operate it every single day. They probably take the bus to the laundromat. They likely don't live in a mansion on a hill somewhere. They don't know how to run more than one store.
Is the one that was locking up that day. she said that either her son locked it up or her daughter or her son-in-law.
That's
The
what I
son-in-law was.
mean. The family is chained to this location every single day. Proper procedure could change that for them. But here's the point. They're not going to give you the keys. How much lease term do they have? How much runway do they have on their rent?
Month to month. They told me that when I went that day. I asked the lady, I was like, okay, so how much lease do you have? She said, oh, we're on a month to month. I was like, oh my
Let me
God.
write you a $100,000 check.
That was unbelievable that she wanted 100,000 for it.
Vidya, you think that this is a slam dunk and you're going to get this laundromat. Nothing is decided. Okay.
Nope.
So who's the landlord?
Cosimo Barberio and
Okay.
his brother.
Cosimo, how did you get his information? Facebook.
Uh-huh.
The operator never gave you his information, doesn't want you to have his information, wants you to give her $100,000 for what? The pleasure of getting the keys to the old equipment?
Yeah.
Sad. I have to pick sides here, right? No, there is no right or wrong here. There's no sides to this. The fact is, we've got people that want to sell a business that they don't even any longer have any control over. And the more the machines break, God bless them. Sorry the guy passed away, but they're in dire straits here. So why are we calling at 7 o'clock at night in New Jersey time?
I asked when I when I sent him the message in Facebook, so I said, what would be a good time to call you? So he said 6:45 would be okay.
You know why that is?
No.
He's got a job.
Right.
Obviously, he has a job. This is not his bread and butter. He's not a big landlord wringing his hands, collecting rent checks. You must pay the rent. I can pay the rent. It's not this guy, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because his father looks like they only inherited the property a year ago. Looks like after their father's death.
Sure. So we got a landlord who got a free property. Call him a rich kid, whatever you want. And we've got the operator who are at their wits' end and somehow think it's $100K. Now, does this guy know my number?
No. They have no clue.
Okay, but all of this is going to be a big mess when he doesn't bother answering his phone, which is fine. I don't want to have to leave a message with all the hullabaloo going on. Here's the thing. Mm-hmm. How did you communicate with him?
Facebook Messenger.
Okay. And you said what exactly?
I said, I'm interested in the property 136 Boundbrook, the Middlesex Laundromat, and I'm interested in a 15-year lease. I just wanted to confirm if you are the landlord. And then he said, I am, along with my brother. And the obituary confirms that. I was like dead sure, okay, this is the guy, this is the landlord. And then he said that, oh, okay, so you can call me at, he just gave me his number in the messenger.
Okay. It's not the end of the world. You shouldn't communicate with these people because he's now wondering why you didn't jump into a conversation or call him immediately. It's fine. Let's see if we can't get him to answer the phone. You can mute your phone. Please be prepared to take very good notes within the document, okay? You need to write down everything he says, not what I say. In your mind, it's going to be crystal clear for the rest of your life, but it won't. It will fade away, so make sure you keep those good notes.
Okay.
If you get disconnected for any reason, call my cell phone back. Here we go. So exciting. Nice Italian guy. Subscribe. Do it.
Hi, you reached Cosmo. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
All right, he goes by Cosmo, which is good. You can put that in the notes. I'm going to create the contact in my phone. I'm going to link it to you, as I always do. I wouldn't be going through all this, but this is our first call. This is always what happens. Now, he's looking at his...
Should I send evidence from in the Facebook telling him I'm the one trying to call you? But doesn't have your number.
Relax.
Okay.
Relax.
Okay.
You're not going to go to the Facebook and do all that. I'm going to send him a text.
Okay.
But first, let's try to call him again. Auto dialers and salespeople don't call twice. So he's looking at his phone. He sees my 480 number. Now he might pick up. Everyone just wants to get it done instantly. If you already subscribed, now you do this. Don't miss the lives. Cosmo Kramer.
Hi, you reached Cosmo. Leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
All right, he's not obviously answering the telephone, so we're going to send him a text. It's like watching paint dry. Are you with me, or are you still muted?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. I shared my phone number in the messenger yesterday. As soon as he gave his phone number, I said, okay, my phone number is this. That's all. I didn't say anything else. No.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
You can put this in the notes. We are interested in leasing your space. Does he have your name? I assume from Facebook's he does.
Yeah.
We're interested in leasing your space. Vidya is my partner. That's all I can do because he's home now, sitting on the couch, watching reruns of his favorite Seinfeld episodes. This is the only story you've put in front of me.
Yeah.
Well, in the future, here's the thing. Don't communicate with these folks. It's not that I'm a control freak. It's that the best, most plausible method for you to have me do my job in the most expedient manner is to stay out of the process. What do I mean? It convolutes the waters, right? It's not that I want total control over everything. If you're guilty of
okay with that. That's why I'm trusting you.
But yet you're communicating with all parties. If you're guilty of a crime, do you speak to the police? Of course not. You hire a mouthpiece.
The right phone number. I have to confirm before calling.
There's a lot of ways to confirm that. In the future, don't pick up the phone and call these folks. The deepest, darkest part of that is something that my clients, i.e. you, typically don't think about. That landlord, even if you get the right number and you call them up and say, well, my partner's going to call you, they're wondering, why the hell can't you negotiate? What's wrong with you? You can, I have a guy earlier today that walked up to a landlord and accidentally ran into him, and he's kind of stuck. He's not good at negotiating. He's certainly not me. But he said, look, I got to run. I'm going to have my partner reach out. He's the guy that does the negotiating, which is great. But again, there's layers to it. This guy does not understand why he's getting a call from out of state, so I have to explain that as well. It's better just to cold call them. He's seen the text. He's muted the Seinfeld episode. Let's call again. Here we go. Last chance for glory. Now you've subscribed. You've thumbsed up. Now you comment. Isn't that awesome? I think it is. Cosmo. Nothing I can do.
Hi, you reached Cosmo. Message, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
Cosmo, Danny, D'Angelo. So, no harm, no foul. The guy wanted you to call him. You can certainly go into the Facebook Messenger and write something about, hey, my partner's going to call you from his cell. It's a 480 number. That's it. That's all. Don't communicate further. Don't bother to get into any detail. If he calls, texts, writes, send a carrier pigeon, you go dark. Get it? Typically, we will not be making calls at this late hour in New Jersey. It should be obvious and evident, but I get it. The guy said, hey, call me at this hour. But this is what we do. Tons of it. It's not thrilling. If he by the way, this goes forever. If and when he calls me back, day or night, I will get you on the phone. Don't sit and wonder, is Danny having a conversation with this guy? No, I'm not going to talk to Cosmo outside of your purview. Don't avoid jumping in the lake or taking a shower. That's nothing you need to do. This will happen. It is a process, and you're in it. Welcome aboard.
Thank you, Danny.
Don't thank me yet. Haven't done anything yet. Anything else?
I am trusting you, Danny, that you'll get me through this. So I am.
Trust has nothing to do with it. I'm just a negotiator. You know, the rest is up to you. The hard part is up to you. The boots on the ground. All the sleepless nights, don't do that. Don't lose sleep over this. Weren't you going to buy a laundromat at some point?
I did consider it.
So I've already saved you $300,000 plus. That's always the going price. Always the going rate.
Yeah.
This is the only way to do this. The only way. So you're in the right boat, on the right track. Put more stores in the document. Scout more locations. As soon as Cosmo reaches out, I'll let you know. Keep your ear to the ground.
Okay. Yep.
Maybe we should try one more time.
I have one question, Danny, if you have a couple of minutes.
Never waste a question asking a question. Go.
Okay. So you said that, don't think that this is going to be it. And I mean, I really did. I mean, I know you guessed it, but why do you think that he's not going to be interested?
I don't think anything. I'm just telling you on a psychological level, you're not my friend. I don't know you. We may never meet, but I'm telling you, don't get excited about any one store. That's directly in my course. I go into that. You remember the line. Don't get excited or fall in love with any one store. You haven't bled over this place. It's not a diamond ring or a home with a negative edge pool and a white picket fence. That's not what this is. This is business. By the way, I don't know what's going on here. You don't know. Everything seems ideal. This is the perfect location for you. I don't know that. Yeah. How about this? How about this woman who tried to sell you a $100,000 laundromat that she has no bargaining chip, no business selling whatsoever, and then you buy it?
Yeah.
And then you find out that Cosmo's going to level the building because he and his brother, they've been slowly letting the tenants go so that they can level the place and put a Walmart supercenter in there. I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
There's not enough time in the day to sit and talk to you about the everything of this.
Oh, there's more piece of information. It's a small building with just 2 suites in it. There is a Chinese takeout next door. It's not big enough.
You're going to be eating lots of Chinese food. See, there I go. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. They might. Now, a lot of times, Cosmo hates laundromats. He's had a 35-year track record with this guy. He's been slow paying. I don't know. I'm guessing. He's slow paying. He's non-paying. He finally croaks, and now he's thrilled that he's going to be able to get rid of the laundromat. Well, it's my job to bring him back to life like a phoenix and clawing at that idea and the concept. All I have are words. So when we get Cosmo on the phone, my first and most important vocation here is to say, hey, not by screaming at him and begging him to let us in there, but by the conversation itself. Look, we've been in the business for X number of years. This is what we intend to do. It needs new equipment. Not picking on the previous tenant. I don't know that guy. You got closer to the family than I ever will. Don't know. I feel terrible that somebody died, but we're all headed the same way. I hate to tell you. At the end of the day, you want to scoop up these businesses, plural. This is the way that you do it. We're sitting here. He's not calling back. Go on Facebook Messenger and say, bro, my partner's going to call from 480. Stand by.
Yeah.
I do not. At the end of the day, a year from now, you'll either have a store, we will still be working on this, or you will have quit. That's the way this works, realistically. Now's where you say, I would never quit, Danny. There's no reason for that. And of course not. I try my level best not to get into the psychology of this business with my clients, but that's really part of it. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm not a counselor, but I end up doing both.
Yep, that's why you're good at it. Yep. Okay. All right. So what do we do? So are we going to call him again now? Or are we going to call him another day or wait for him?
You know, there's a fine line between being a lunatic, you know. But I did say, why not? Let's try one more time. He's had a minute. This is the 4th call. Here we go. I'm a lunatic. Now make another comment. Cosmo. Nah. Already left a message. Ask some questions in the comments, kids. I'm in a meeting.
Hi, you reached Cosmo. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you. Thanks.
Yeah, he said he's in a meeting. I'm aware. You don't need to text me while we're on the phone at the same time. So he's in a meeting at 7:15. I doubt it. He's stuffing a sandwich into his face.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe he's in IT session.
Here's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to hang up the telephone. If and when he calls me back, we are going to get back on. Do not hold your breath because you'll die. Don't avoid running and bringing the kids to the mall or whatever else you have to do because that would be boring. In my experience, dudes like this, he may not call at all. Okay. I hope he does.
Okay. Yeah.
Do not text him back.
Okay. If he calls me, I'm not going to answer him.
No, if he calls, answer and negotiate the lease, and then I'll pay you.
No. Okay. No.
You have passed. You have passed the torch to me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have a conversation with him.
Mm-hmm.
We've formulated an opinion of what type of dude he is. He's got a partner who's also his brother. He bought the building for $1. We all know that's not the real value here. He probably hates the laundry. and I'm going to do my level best to bring him back, make him understand that it's a great business and he's got the right people on the phone. But first, that conversation needs to happen. Do not text him. Do not call him. And by the way, don't even answer your phone if you don't recognize an incoming call. Okay? That's your new MO. Yeah. It's not your babysitter or your mom. Don't answer.
Okay.
Ciao.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Danny.
I didn't do anything yet.
Okay.
You never know what's going to happen when we're live. Comments. Fascinating stuff. I like this guy's business dealing. Thank you, Jordan. How come we don't see more laundromats? It should be one word with an O, Jordan, laundromats. With debt card paying options or pay by app. Well, there's a lot of reasons. You're in a cash business. You've got a food truck. Maybe you want to do Cash App for people. If your food's really, really good, do the cash thing. Don't make it easy on the consumer because it makes it harder for you when the taxes come due. That should be all you need to hear. By the way, it's not just that. That's the smallest part of it. Coin laundromat consumers don't want to use cards. They just don't. A salesman, a distributor will try to sell you a $90,000 upgrade to your laundromat. And it's a computer system. Now, what is the enemy of computers? Heat, moisture, and dirt. What do laundromats do? They create all three. Washers throw tons of moisture into the air. Dryers create nothing but heat. And the lint and dirt is everywhere, so don't do it. I've seen in my experience operators lose their business because they had a card reader system. Once you've got 30 stores, it makes more sense. Coin makes it be cash. Okay. Annie, isn't that what I said? I don't know. People are talking. Does that coin preference apply? Yes. All states. Yes. All over the world. You're looking at a guy now who started this course before courses existed. Tony Robbins, maybe. I've been doing this almost 20 years. It's a DVD that I sold. Now it's a course. Now it's streaming. Now it's 101 hours of content. I'm the perfect guy to teach and train and mentor people because I'm a straight shooter. I never wanted to sell 1 million of this product so half the people could return it. I give and give and give. And I've built on that course. You'll see when you see it. It's all in there. I'm hanging up on you people. Got more calls to make. It's still early in Los Angeles today. Stay tuned and keep your ear to the ground because if Cosmo does in fact call back, we'll go live again. But you shouldn't avoid going in the shower. If you haven't seen the course, grab the course. Later.